All right, welcome back, friends, to episode number 8 of TWU True Words Unleashed. In this episode, we are going to be answering many of your questions, such as how do I stop paying union dues? What's happening with your latest suspension, Roger? Why have you never brought up any of these issues in the past? What's going on? Many questions, you guys. So stick around for the entire thing. It's filled with lots of information, with a ton of evidence. All right, let's begin with the very first question. 3 simple words. Is Roger racist? So we'll bring you the facts, evidence, you decide. When I first started my term as the president of Local 258, I started going through the books, the money, the budget, the finances, etc. And I found many inconsistencies, as you guys have already seen through the other episodes where I have shown you evidence. One of the things that I found out was that the chairperson from Potrero Division, Robert Gaynor, was not paying his union dues. Robert Gaynor had not paid his union dues for over half a year, you guys. Now, what happens if you don't pay your rent for more than half a year? What happens if you don't pay your car note for more than half a year? What happens if you don't pay your cell phone bill for more than half a year? Right, you guys? I think we all know what ends up happening. So, what did I decide to do? I brought this issue up with Local 258, and the response was, "You're racist." And I was then told, "This is how we always do things." So, I decided to write a letter to Robert Gaynor. Allow me to share my screen with you guys. There it is, right there. You can see the date and everything. Feel free to take a screenshot of it or pause it. I'm not going to read it in its entirety. All right, you guys? It simply states that Robert Gaynor was going to be removed from his position. I was just following the rules. After I wrote this letter, I then started receiving threats. I started being harassed, bullied, and intimidated by some people on the Local 258 executive board. I then thought to myself, damn, these guys are ganging up against me. I better drop this so that I can focus on trying to get a good contract for our members. Robert Gaynor was eventually compelled to pay his union dues. And I'm sharing my screen with you right now. There it is right there, so that you can see the receipt for when Robert Gaynor actually decided to pay his union dues. So, you see, you guys, I did bring this issue up at the proper time with the proper people, with the proper folks. And I was met with anger, threats, hostility, and belligerence. So you tell me, is Roger racist? A year later, the chairperson from Presidio Division, Juan Coleman, was caught watching porn on the company computers in the Gilly room over at Presidio Division. I brought this issue up with Local 258, and I was told that I was being racist, and I better let this go. I started to receive more threats, and the harassment became more belligerent. It escalated, you guys, check this out, so much to the point that Juan Coleman and I ended up going to the Superior Court of California here in San Francisco. And I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see. There it is right there. One of the first documents that was stamped and filed by the court. And you can see the case number right there also, you guys, in case you would like to get some more information about this. Remember, you guys, all of this right here is public knowledge, public information, public record, so anyone can access it at any time. So I thought to myself, damn, these guys are ganging up against me again. I better drop this so that I can try and focus on more proposals for our membership so we can continue to try to improve on the next round of contract negotiations, you guys. So you see, you guys, I did bring this issue up at the proper time, and I was met with even more anger, threats, hostility, and belligerence. So you tell me, is Roger racist? With this, it's interesting, you guys, because with this particular incident here, I was wondering what the hell is the problem with this man, Juan Coleman? I had never in my life felt so bullied, threatened, or intimidated before. The only time in my life that I have ever felt this way has been during my time working here as the president of Local 258. So once again, I was thinking, what the hell is this guy's problem? I then stumbled, you guys, onto this news article, which I am going to share with you guys right now. There it is right there. Now, I am not going to read it in its entirety because it's lengthy, so feel free to pause it or read it at your discretion. Google it if you want. All right. I'm simply going to read to you a couple of the following statements. So follow along as best as you can, you guys. Highlighted right there in blue, it says, when the I team met Muni bus driver Juan Coleman a year ago, we wanted to know why he got so many public complaints, 72 complaints in 3 years, making him number 4 on the list of Muni's most complained about drivers. Now, keep in mind, you guys, look at the date right there. This is from Monday, February 25, 2008. So it was indeed a long time ago. But you tell me, has this person changed, gotten worse, gotten better? You tell me. Let me scroll down just a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to highlight this right here. It says, "Are you tough on passengers?" asked ABC7's Dan Noyes. "No, I'm not tough on passengers. I'm just well versed on the operations of the coach," said Juan Coleman. After watching hours of surveillance video from his bus, we have the real answer. Surveillance video number 1. "Don't raise your goddamn voice with me. I'm not your child. I'm grown, okay? You understand that? Don't disrespect me," says Juan Coleman. Next surveillance video. It says, "Your mom was the asshole," says Coleman. In another instant, he refuses to let a passenger pay for an elderly woman's fare. Next surveillance video. "You're not allowed to do shit," says Coleman. Very interesting, you guys. So, that's for a person who brags about going to church every Sunday, these are not the teachings of Jesus. And these are not the teachings that you are going to find in the Bible, you guys. So, friends, these are the folks that we have in office representing us. I will leave it at that. So you tell me, is Roger racist? A year after this incident, I was curious as to why the recording secretary of Vertrina Davis was never at work, you guys. Why did she never come to the office? Why was she receiving a paycheck from Local 250A? Why did she never type any minutes at any of the meetings? Allow me to share my screen with you guys. Okay. There it is right there. And this is Article 16, Duties of Local Officers. This is in our Constitution. Let's scroll down. There it is right there, Section 3. It says, and I quote, "The recording secretary shall keep correct minutes of all meetings of the local executive board and of the joint executive committee. She shall issue the call for all meetings of the local union, of the local executive board, and of the joint executive committee as directed by the local executive board. She shall perform such other duties as are prescribed by this Constitution or by the local executive board. In a local union where the office of recording secretary is merged with the office of the local financial secretary treasurer, the powers and duties of the recording secretary shall vest in the office of the financial secretary treasurer." All right. So the main duty of the recording secretary is to take minutes at every meeting. However, our recording secretary had not taken any minutes ever, to the best of my knowledge, you guys. The person that has typed all of the minutes for the past several years has been Roger Marenko. So I brought this issue up with Local 250A so that we could stop paying the recording secretary, because it is your money going straight into her pocket for doing nothing. So when I brought this issue up with Local 250A, the response was, "You're racist." I thought to myself, damn, okay. Here we go again. These guys are ganging up against me once again. I better drop this so that I can focus on trying to buy a building for our membership, so that I can try and focus on providing services for our members, so that I can try and focus on trying to get a better collective bargaining agreement for our members, you guys. So you see, I did bring this issue up at the proper time to the right people, and I was met once again with an onslaught of more anger, threats, hostility, and belligerence. So you tell me, is Roger racist? I am simply bringing you the evidence, you guys. You decide. All right, moving on to the next question on the list, you guys. It says, what's happening with your latest suspension? All right, you guys. So in order for me to address that, let's allow me to share my screen here with you so we can show you one of the most recent updates from the sham president, Anthony Ballister. All right, you guys, so you can understand his level of illiteracy and his level of incompetence. It says right here, from Anthony Ballister, International has been kept informed every step of the way. Your TWU Local 258 Executive Board was and is in compliance with our Constitution and bylaws, as am I. We are moving forward with the well-being of every women and men of our local in mind. Stay strong and united. Okay, let us see the next screen which I'm sharing with you right there. This is from the TWU International Appeals Committee, which states, highlighted in yellow, the new hearing should be before an Article 20 trial committee appointed in accord with that Article 20 and proceeding in accord with it. All the usual rules that apply to such a proceeding will apply to this one. And in addition, we shall require that a stenographic transcript be made of the hearing. Said hearing should be conducted and completed within 30 days of receipt of this decision, but not to exceed 45 days. Guess what, you guys? 45 days is Friday, April 21, 2023. So Local 258 lost again because they did not give me a trial under Article 20. They did Article 21, 21 in Spanish. Since Anthony Ballister has no idea that the XX is the Roman numeral for the number 20, I made this little prop for you right here, Anthony Ballister. There it is, right there. You see that? A simple reminder to Anthony Ballister that XX means 20. Anthony Ballister, you wanted to be in the big leagues? Well, you have to learn Roman numerals, buddy. All right? So now, Roger is going to file an appeal, and the TWU International Appeals Committee is going to say, Anthony Ballister, why did you not follow our instructions and give Roger a trial under Article 20? And Anthony Ballister is going to say, sorry, I didn't know that XX meant 20. Friends, this is the person in charge of the next round of contract negotiations. This is the chief negotiator during the next round of collective bargaining, which will be taking place in less than 9 months. It's okay, Anthony. It's okay. I know it's a lot of pressure, but don't cry. Don't cry. You don't need to cry. You just simply need to read, sir. That's all you need to do. Just read. So, friends, this kangaroo court that occurred on Friday, April 14, 2023, cost you more than $10,000. Yes, you paid for it, you guys. You paid for it. This was another illegal trial against Roger Marenko, and this is one of the many and main reasons as to why several of our members have decided to stop paying their union dues. And we'll get into how they stop paying their union dues momentarily. My prediction or premonition, as you see fit, you guys, is that Roger's going to win his next appeal again because these people in office do not read. So what do you think, you guys? Should Roger file another appeal and win? If I do file another appeal, you know I'm going to win. But the problem is that you are going to end up paying for it, you guys. So do me a favor and write your comments below. Let me know if you think that I should file another appeal, which I'm going to win, which then you guys are going to have to pay for again, or if you think I should just let it go. What do you guys think would be the bigger person? What do you guys think would be the better outcome, the better result? You let me know, you guys. Write your comments down there. All right, let's take that into consideration, you guys. So it's interesting because I find it absolutely hilarious that the letter that I received from the recording secretary, who is still receiving your money, even though she's not on the platform, the letter says that Local 258 wanted to do this trial in a fair and impartial manner, you guys. And I don't know if you've actually seen the letter, so you know what? I'm just going to share it with you guys right here. So there's the letter right there that I received. You see it, you guys? That's page 1. Take a screenshot of it right there. I'm not going to read it. And this is page 2 right there. I'm not going to read that. Okay? Feel free to take a screenshot of it. And I did block out my address right there, although Chairperson Min Lu was extremely disrespectful in terms of putting up my address in there. So don't worry about that, you guys. We'll get that addressed, all right? I'm simply going to zoom in so you can see the highlighted area where it says TWU Local 258 had a lawyer in attendance to oversee and ensure that you receive fair and impartial treatment. You guys, that's what the letter says right there. All right. Now, Why did the International Appeals Committee order a trial with 3 members in good standing under Article 20? There it is right there, you guys. Article 20. Remember, Anthony Ballister, XX means 20. It says, in the event that the local executive board decides that charges warrant a trial, the local executive board shall elect a trial committee of 3 members in good standing and shall designate a member in good standing to present the charges before the trial committee. Why did they order this, you guys? Well, it's interesting. Here it is right here. The reason why the TWU International ordered this and gave these instructions is because the International knows that Local 258 is systematically biased against Roger Marenko, and the TWU International Appeals Committee is tired of having to review these expensive cases that you are paying for, which I end up winning every single time for the past 5 years. Your money being wasted thanks to Local 258. This is the reason why it was ordered that a trial of 3 members in good standing be issued to Roger Marenko under Article, what is it, Anthony Ballister? XX. That's correct, buddy. You got it. 20. So that Roger Marenko could get at least a fair and impartial trial, you guys. Friends, did you really think that Robert Gaynor was going to give me a fair and impartial trial? I asked at my first illegal trial for the executive board to review the video footage, and they said, no, we're not going to review it. That's interesting because every single time that an operator gets in trouble, you always say, we have to see the video. We have to see the video. But when I say, let's show the video so that you guys can see it, since you guys are claiming to be judge, jury, and executioner, you guys say, no, we don't want to see the video. We don't want to see the evidence. Very interesting, you guys. Do you really think that a real jury, a real trial, a real judge would say, no, we don't want to see the evidence. We don't want to see the video? Friends, this is straight hypocrisy. And if you cannot see it, give me a call. Let's talk about it, and we will walk you through it step by step so that you can see and understand that in a trial, evidence has to be presented. All right, you guys? So allow me to share my screen with you so that I can show you what Robert Gaynor wrote about me or against me, however you see fit, in terms of his demands. Okay, you guys? His demands. There it is right there. That's the letter. You see when it was posted, stamped right there. I'm not going to read it in its entirety. That's page 1. Take a screenshot of it, you guys. I'm going to scroll down to page 2 right there. Take a screenshot of it. I'm going to zoom in to the highlighted area right there, you guys. This is the remedy. All right, you guys. This is the remedy that Robert Gaynor had wrote. This is what he wanted. So you tell me if he was going to give me a fair trial, you guys. It says, number 1, suspend Roger Marenko indefinitely. Friends, the word indefinitely means without time. There's no time. Essentially, infinity. Number 2, President Roger Marenko can no longer hold office indefinitely for all eternity, you guys. Number 3, President Roger Marenko can no longer contact any of the TWU Local 258 executive board's members or its membership. Listen to that, you guys. Listen to that. I cannot contact any executive board member. I have friends on the executive board. It's saying I cannot contact the membership, you guys. Listen to the anger and the hatred that this man has against Roger Marenko. And you tell me if I was going to receive a fair trial under this man. Listen to the hatred, you guys. Roger Marenko can no longer contact any of the TWU Local 258 executive board members or its membership. Listen to the anger and the hatred, you guys. Number 4, Roger Marenko shall not come to any union functions, membership meetings, parties, gatherings, and shall never hold office again. Damn. I thought that the only things that were eternal were heaven and hell. These are pretty astonishing remedies, you guys. And this is coming from somebody who says he believes in God. I don't think that's very godlike or very Christian-like, is it? Damn, that's actually hurtful. So, you see, you guys, you tell me, was I going to receive a fair and impartial trial with this kind of attitude, talk, rhetoric, with this kind of diction, with people who said, we're not going to watch the evidence? You tell me. Is that fair and impartial, you guys? Or is that Roger being racist? You decide, you guys. These are the people that we have that are in charge of the next round of contract negotiations, which is less than 9 months away, you guys. In less than 9 months, we are going to be back at contract negotiations. And these guys, instead of fighting on behalf of the membership, they're fighting against Roger. Instead of fighting against the real dangers that are in front of us, Local 250A is fighting against me. Instead of fighting against the political apparatus that is literally trying to throw us under the bus, Local 250A is fighting against me. And instead of spending your money on contract negotiations, Local 250A is wasting your money fighting losing battles against Roger Marenko. And this is the reason why you are seeing many of our members who have decided to stop paying their union dues, you guys. So on to the last inquiry. How do I stop paying union dues? All right, allow me to share my screen with you guys right here. There it is right there. Feel free to take a screenshot of it, you guys. If you look on the screen right there, you will see my personal payroll deduction cancellation form. It is pre-filled out, all right? And all you need to do is fill out the 4 sections that are highlighted in yellow, which is your name, signature, date, and your DSW number, all right, you guys? You can easily get this form from your union representative, or you can get it from downloading it on Google. Let me show you real quick where it is. Here it is right here. We'll go to Google. There it is right there. You see, you guys, go to Google and type this in right here. You see that? SF Payroll Deduction Authorization Form. Click Enter. Where is it? Where did it go? It's not loading. Sorry, you guys, it's not loading. Oh, there it is right there. There it is right there. Okay, Payroll Authorization Deduction Form. SF Payroll Deduction Form right there. Okay. I don't know why it's not popping up. My internet is slow. I apologize for that. But once it pops up, you will see it. It's the very, very first link that pops up, you guys. I'm sorry. It's my internet is a little slow right now, but you get the gist of it. All right, you guys. Also, keep this in mind. There are members at every division distributing these forms. So I'm sure you will run into some of them at some point in time. Once you fill this out, you simply give it back to your union representative so that they can turn it into 1508 Fillmore Street, number 211, San Francisco, California, 94118, and they will sign off on it. And then your union dues will no longer be deducted automatically. Make sure to take a picture of it, you guys, or take a copy of it just in case your document gets thrown in the garbage. Once you do this, very important, pay attention, you guys. Once you do this, you will not lose your job. You will not lose your seniority. You will not lose your benefits. You will not lose your retirement. You will not lose anything. Nothing will happen to you, you guys. And this is due to the 2008 Supreme Court ruling decision of Janus versus AFSCME, where the court ruled that you do not have to pay your union dues and you are still 100% fully protected. That is the state, excuse me, that is the law. All right, you guys. Let me share my screen with you guys so you guys can see this. Where is it? Okay, there it is right there. Share screen. There it is right there. You just type in Janus Law or Janus versus AFSCME, Janus Union, and then you can, just click on any of these links right there, you guys. We'll click on that one. That's the full entire decision right there. It's like 83 pages. We can scroll down. You have Wikipedia right there. You have this other one right here, Liberty Justice Center. Click on that. You get the information, Cliff Notes, etc. All right, you guys. Moreover, if you choose to pay your union dues, you can pay with cash or check, just like I have been doing since the beginning of 2023, which makes me, guess what, a member in good standing. Now, I would like to share my screen with you once again so you guys can see this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Finding it. There it is right there. There it is right there, you guys. There it is right there. All right. That is the evidence right there of my receipts. So you can take a screenshot of it right there. You can even pay your union dues in advance if you guys you want. You can pay one pay period if you want. You can pay for 1 month in advance. You can pay 1 year ahead of time if you guys want. Keep in mind that you can always reactivate your automatic dues deduction at any point in time by simply filling out the form again. There it is right there. All right, you guys. It's kind of like a light switch. All right. So at this moment, there are hundreds of our members who are not paying union dues for any given reason. There are entire classes that have never once paid any union dues since the first day that they started working here. And I want to make this absolutely crystal clear, you guys. I want to make this very clear. I am 100% in support of unions. However, I am 100% against corruption. And the corruption that I see that Local 250A has committed against you and I, against our membership, against our people, is absolutely unacceptable. And that is why I am sharing this information with you. So let me tell you guys and show you actually what I personally have done with my union dues. Watch this, you guys. Sharing my screen. There it is right there. There it is right there, you guys. What have I done with my union dues? I opened up a account with the San Francisco Fire Credit Union for my little 2-year-old son. So my money will now be going into his bank account instead of going into the bank account of the recording secretary who is not on the platform. My money will now be going into paying the bills for my family instead of paying the bills for the illegal trials that have been organized against me, which you are paying for. So there it is right there, $42.31. The first money going into little Diego's account, you guys. I am absolutely happy and proud about that. Next question, last question, I think, you guys. If I get in trouble, what happens? All right, you guys, let's talk about that briefly because our time is running short. If you get in trouble and if you are not paying your union dues, the people in office still have to represent you if you want. Or you and I can read the book together. And together we can protect each other. Together we can help one another, you guys. Why does the union still have to represent you? That's just what the law states, you guys. It's that simple. Friends, I will not be seeking another 3 years in Local 250A because I would rather spend the next 3 years teaching my 2-year-old how to read and write in the English language, as opposed to spending the next 3 years teaching some executive board members how to read and write in the English language. Remember, friends, that educating ourselves and organizing ourselves are the two most fundamental elements of any and every movement. All right, you guys? So let us continue to educate ourselves so that we can organize ourselves, you guys, because ignorance and illiteracy are the most dangerous weapons against any and every movement, you guys. That does it for today's episode. I will leave you with the last screen here, which is, of course, the contact information for the TWU top leadership in the East Coast, in case any of you guys would like to reach out to them and tell them the reasons as to why you decided to stop paying union dues. Who knows? They might you might get a response this time, because remember, they receive more than $50,000 per month from our union dues, but of course that number is going to start decreasing now that a large percentage of our membership has decided that enough is enough. Remember, you guys, enough is enough. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Tune in next week on Wednesday when we reveal more evidence, facts, proof, and documentation. As always, you guys, stay strong, stay safe out there.